Do you want to be more creative? First, you need to understand why you don't feel creative, and no, it's not because you lack ideas or because you're not a creative person. The truth is, you're stuck in repetition. Almost everything you do during the day, you do on autopilot without even noticing. You wake up, turn off the alarm, and the first thing you do is reach for your phone. Without thinking, you open WhatsApp, then Instagram or TikTok. You're not searching for anything specific. You're just following a familiar reflex: unlock, scroll, tap, repeat. Then comes breakfast, made in the same way, with the same food as always. You don't even think about it. You put on some music or a video in the background, but you barely notice what's playing. It all becomes part of the constant noise. As you eat, you check your phone again, and just like every other morning, you consume a flood of content without remembering any of it. You head out and take the same route as every day, same streets, same storefronts, same people. Sometimes you don't even lift your gaze. Your mind is elsewhere, running through to-do lists, thinking about what you forgot yesterday or worrying about what's next. You move through your day in a state of semi-consciousness. At work or school or wherever your routine takes you, the cycle continues. You greet people the same way, answer the same questions with the same empty phrases. Conversations lose depth and become predictable exchanges. All good, and you? Same as always. No one listens too closely. No one says much that matters. You eat lunch in front of a screen, respond to messages, check off tasks, and push through until the day's done. When you finally get home, you're exhausted. So you collapse onto the couch and turn on Netflix or YouTube, letting something play, maybe a show you didn't even choose. It's just background noise while you scroll your phone again. You answer a few messages, glance at a few posts. You're watching, but not really watching. You're there, but not really present. You stay up late, and suddenly the day is over. But if someone asked you what you actually did, you wouldn't know what to say. You were busy, sure, but you weren't really there. And that's what kills creativity. Not because routine is inherently wrong, but because it leaves no room for anything new. When your days all look the same, your brain stops needing to generate anything different. Creativity needs disruption, it needs change, movement, friction. And I'm not talking about radical transformations or quitting everything to start over. Sometimes the smallest shift can be enough. Try taking a different route to work. Get off the bus one stop earlier. Walk into a store you've never visited, even if you don't need anything. Sit on a different bench. Eat at a different table. Put your phone down for 5 minutes and simply observe the people around you. Listen to a song from a genre you've never explored. Read about something you normally wouldn't care about. Ask yourself, what am I seeing? What am I feeling? It may seem like nothing, but it's not. Because each time you interrupt your usual rhythm, your brain wakes up. Your attention sharpens, and when you're truly paying attention, ideas begin to appear on their own. The problem with living on autopilot is that you stop noticing, stop listening, stop perceiving. Everything passes in front of your eyes, but nothing leaves a mark. And if there's no real stimulus, there can't be any real creativity. Most people try to be creative while surrounded by the same environment, tied to the same habits, immersed in the same distractions. But that doesn't work. You can't expect new ideas to come out of an unchanging life. It's not about forcing inspiration, it's about preparing the space for it to arrive. And that space comes from being fully present. I'm not suggesting you become some ultra-zen person or spend hours meditating every day. I'm simply saying that if you always do everything the same way, your mind will keep producing more of the same. That's not a lack of talent, it's a lack of stimulation. So if you want to be creative, push yourself just a little outside what's familiar. Not all day, not all the time, but at least for a moment. Changing even one small thing in your routine can open a completely new door. And no, inspiration won't strike like lightning. It'll arrive like a whisper, like a tiny idea that crosses your mind as you walk down an unfamiliar street, like a strange feeling stirred up by a song you've never heard before, like a subtle observation you only made because for once you were really looking. Don't wait for the perfect moment to be creative. It doesn't exist. You don't need more tools. You need more awareness, and that awareness begins by breaking the unconscious rhythm you follow every day. That's how you make space for something new.